Hello everyone. Well, we've got lovely weather here today. It's mixed actually. We've got a bit of rain, so in between the showers I'm nipping down to see the bees just to let them know that Samhain is coming and what we'll be doing with our Samhain preparations. But I'm also going to be out and about putting the veg beds to sleep, getting the garden ready for rest, for hibernation. And if you are having trouble with sleep and with rest, I'll be talking about some of the things you can do later on to resolve any sleep problems. I love this time of year, the chilly mornings, the mist, the sense that things are changing. And of course we've got the great festival of Samhain to look forward to, and I'm just telling the bees all about it. But everywhere we're looking around here seems to look dead pretty much. You know, we've got brown leaves, we've got dead grass, and the bindweed is all dead and brown and trailing. The trees are bare, the flowers have finished. But even though it looks quite as if the world is dead or dying, well, it's not. It's just taking a rest, going to sleep, maybe setting a good example to us. I think, I strongly believe if you have any concerns or issues or problems, especially in relation to your health, I genuinely believe that if you go outside and look to nature for the answer, you will be surprised to discover wisdom and the answers are out there. So at this time of the year, nature is telling us to stock up, to complete our final harvest, and then to rest, to sleep, to hibernate, to go into dreams and create our dreams for the following year. And the changes of season always bring such new beauties to look at. And over here I'm clearing this little grotto. It's a grotto I set up for the Mother Goddess to bring abundance to our crops. And I'm clearing this little grotto because it's become very overgrown. Lots of brambles and runners and bindweed to take away. And the poor statue has been knocked over in the wind, so I'm going to set her upright. And I'm making a lot of mess here. There's a lot of grass to be cleared away, and the brambles, as I said. But all of this mess is going to rot down and feed the earth. Unlike all the tons of ghosts and plastic pumpkins and cobwebby things, absolutely awful plastic which will be lethal to wildlife, all of that is just going to go into landfill. Just for one night, or for a week or so beforehand, as people are getting into the mood. I was coming back from Dublin the other day. I couldn't believe how many gardens were just full of these plastic decorations. I don't understand why people don't celebrate the Celtic festival of Samhain, which is part of our ancestral heritage, and it gives us the opportunity to show respect and gratitude to our ancestors for all they did for us, and of course to Mother Earth. So I was in here yesterday and did quite a bit of work. I cleared those 2 beds and discovered that we've got a lovely crop of mullein, which is very unexpected. There's some really healthy looking plants there, so I'll be harvesting those leaves later for any respiratory problems over the winter. And these beds here, I've got lemon verbena and rosemary that have survived and done very well despite not having the plastic on for 2 years. And the sage is just, there's no stopping this sage. It's been here for years and it just keeps spreading. The rest of the bed has succumbed to couch grass. That's okay because that can be medicine too. And so what I'm doing is, as we're doing outside in the veg garden as well, we're putting these beds to sleep for the winter. So we'll be tucking them in, so to speak, giving them a chance to rest and have a good sleep. Because, you know, sleep is of paramount importance to health. We all need to get good quality sleep. And I know from LOL, from friends, even myself occasionally, our sleep is being interrupted at the moment. It could be all the solar flares, it could be 3i Atlas or I3 Atlas, whatever it's called. Who knows what it is, but a lot of people seem to be waking up early in the morning. And when you look at the body clock, our lungs are working hard between 1 till 3. So if you wake between 1 till 3, it could be that you have respiratory issues or you've got something on your chest. Maybe you need to get something off your chest. If you're waking between 3 and 5, it's the liver. So maybe you need to look at your liver. Maybe you need to do some cleansing or eat more healthily. Maybe you need to release some anger. But find out what time you wake up and then match it to the body clock, and it'll give you some kind of indication as to where there may be a problem about to, come up. But it could be something completely out of our control, as I say. It could be solar flares and whatever. But if you need help sleeping, there's lots of things that you can do. You can stop looking at screens for half an hour before you prepare for bed. Then you could have a relaxing soak in the bath, not too hot, just right. You could take a chamomile tea or something just to help you relax. You could assess the day and give gratitude for all the wonderful things and the fact that you just had another day of life on this wonderful planet. You can relax your muscles, tense them, relax them, so that your body knows that you're calming down, ready for sleep. And you can use sedative herbs. So up here, for example, so in here, in this very, very overgrown patch, we've got some beautiful passiflora. So passiflora is excellent for helping you to get mind and body relaxed, ready for sleep. And it does not make you drowsy the next morning, and you can get it fresh and alert after taking it. It's very good, especially for people when their mind is racing and they just cannot relax the mind. So passiflora, passion flower, you use the flowers and the leaves, and if you don't have this, you can get it in any good health shop. You could also, as I say, try chamomile tea. If you don't have your own and you're using tea bags, use 2 to get a medicinal potency from the tea bags. You can also consider California poppy or valerian, skullcap. There's many herbs that will help you to relax and fall asleep. And some people can fall asleep without any problems, but then they wake up in the middle of the night. So different herbs will help with those different aspects of sleep. Some help you to fall asleep, some will help you to stay asleep. So I'll put a list of them all below, and all the ones that I mention are easily accessible, freely available in all good health shops or from your herbalist or naturopath. But they're all worth considering. So I'm putting these beds to sleep for winter, so I have to make sure that they're weeded, that the bed itself is comfortable, There's various things we do to ensure that next year the beds are going to be full of nutrients and life and energy for the crops to grow. So I'll be putting down some various types of natural fertilizer, such as rock dust and organic matter, and just leaving it to sit and, you know, break down into the bed. So when we go to bed, we've got to think of what our bodies are doing as well, because there is a chemical activity in the veg beds, and there's chemical activity in our own bodies when we're trying to get to sleep. So you might have heard the old adage, an hour before midnight is better than 2 hours after. And that's more than just getting the extra hours. It's to do with the way our body prepares for sleep with various chemical reactions. So for example, the melatonin in our skin, it's the same chemical, I believe, that affects our sleeping. So we need to be exposed to light during the day and have complete darkness during the night, so that our pineal and pituitary glands can release the right hormones to send us off to sleep and to ensure that we get a healthy sleep. But there's also other things going on. It's like the digestive system is doing things, the immune system is doing things. Lots of things are happening within the body that enable our body to have a good sleep that not only keeps us healthy, but makes us feel rejuvenated and refreshed the next morning. So do try to not burn the candle at both ends. Do get off your screens and do get into bed earlier. It's our long-term goal. We try every night to get to bed, you know, and have the lights out around 10 o'clock or at least 10:30, just so that we get all of that body action before midnight. And it's just incredible because it proves how exquisitely perfected our world is and the way we relate to it. Sunlight and darkness, moonlight, all of these things have an impact on our body and on our sleeping. And once we factor them in to our bedtime preparations, the better sleep we'll have. So I'm hoping to get physically tired today so that I will have a really good rest tonight and get to bed a bit early. Oh yeah, one final thing before I go. If life is difficult at the moment, which it is for many, many people, remember, if you have a good night's sleep, you're going to be capable of anything. So really do your research and look into how you can get a better night's sleep. Take the herbs I've recommended if you need them, and do those little tips that I've discovered myself are very helpful. And then you can meet things head on with more energy and confidence, and more likely to resolve any difficult situations. So, okay, back to clearing this side now. I'm going to rake that up, and I'm feeling really positive about getting the garden put to bed this year, especially after it was neglected for about 8 weeks because of my complaint. But now I'm back in the saddle and going at it. So I'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye. I hope you enjoyed today's film. If you did, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And have a look at the website danusirishherbgarden.com for more information about us and about the herbal medicine courses I offer and the Wise Woman Way training. And if you go to the shop, you can find the books, the Weed Handbooks and other herbal goodies. And remember, we put a new film out every Sunday. So looking forward to seeing you next week.